Hey, see this green archway door to your right? That's 122. 122 Bowden Street. That was on the driver's license of John Fitzgerald Kennedy, JFK. That was his legal address. 122 Bowden Street. Oh yeah, you know the most difficult part about driving such a large vessel through the narrow streets of Boston certainly isn't navigating. The most difficult part is not making you all bow to the captain. What am I talking about? I'm going to show you gently. See, watch. Bow to the captain. Bow to me. 19,000 pounds doesn't like to stop fast. Hey, look, we're in England. Oh, wait, sorry. So, you know, driving, and when we have the 5th most aggressive drivers in the country here, it's a little challenging sometimes. So stopping. Trying to make this whole tour smooth is the most difficult part, because it's best you don't see what goes on the other side of this windshield. I just thought of something. If I do this, then you really see. Now, I'm sure I've got folks from all over the world back here, right? So, who's on holiday today? So, you from England? So really? Where are you from? Oh, New Hampshire. Well, I'm going to show you something you've never seen anywhere else in the entire world. Look to your left. Dunkin' Donuts. Look at the glass. Osaka Sushi Express. Same establishment. Donuts and sushi. I tell you, you've never tried a jelly donut until you have a little wasabi inside there. It's sweet and spicy all at the same time. You guys threw me off, New Hampshire. That's why I weed out the English. They're from New Hampshire way back there, too. They're there, yeah. I can't even... Oh, there you go. I can barely see you. You're like this big. How many folks are from New Hampshire back there? So we got
the Charles River starts at Massachusetts.
You're
same place where the Boston Marathon starts. It's about 80 miles long and it ends right behind us back there into the Boston Harbor.
Now, back before New York built the Erie Canal for shipping, this was one of the busiest seaports in the eastern United States. So unfortunately, at one time, this water became very polluted. And the folks that got splashed in the back are like, polluted? What? Not to worry, we fixed it. It took us many years to do this, but thanks to the Department of Conservation and Recreation, the Charles River Watershed Association, and the EPA, they cleaned this river up so well, in fact, that now we have like swimming races and such here. It's very clean. Now, they planted all the grass seeds off here to right to the North Point Park, but they didn't want the birds. Like, we have a lot of Canada geese. The Canada geese would eat the grass before it would actually grow in. So, do you know what you do to keep the Canada geese off the grass? This is super high tech. Plastic coyotes. Look at the grassy knoll. See? There's a bunch of them throughout the entire park. Plastic coyotes in the grassy knolls there. So those Canada geese are like, whoa, no, we're not going to dairy. There's coyotes, don't you know? Because they're not sure what these coyotes are on food. Nothing about boats. Now, what we're approaching here, this is the old Charles. So when they got the 5th most aggressive drivers in the country driving their boats like they drive their cars, sometimes it gets a little challenging out here. But luckily for us, right now it's pretty much just ducks out here, ducks and sailboats. So once in a great while, us captains, we started doing this about, he does have eyes. We did this about, I don't know, 10 or 12 years ago. We started letting other people drive in the water, but only when our captains feel it's safe, which is usually in the spring and the fall, because in the summertime it's crazy out here with other traffic. That's also when we discovered the assisted hand raise. Yeah, that's when Mom, Dad, Grandpa, and Grandmother go like, or just pick up the kid and plop him in the seat. Then we got some little guy going. So, if you raise your own hand without I might let you drive an amphibious landing craft. So who wants to drive a duck? No, that's an assisted hand raise. That won't count, but she raised her hand right there. Come on up here. You right there. Come on up. Yeah, come on up. It's like, all right, I apologize. Oh, maybe that's not a good idea. Come on up here. I don't bite. All right. Have a seat. Right there. So what's your name? What is it? It's really loud up here. All right, how old are you? 4? Cool. All right. So the first thing about driving, you have to put your hands on the steering wheel, okay? There. Now you're driving. So you drive us up to that bridge. I'm going to talk. So let's land off here. What? Oh, look, it's a hot brown. Look right there. Do you have a license for that camera? Look at that. Let's have you go that way. Turn the steering wheel that way. Keep going. Keep turning. Keep turning. Right there. That's a good job. This is how easy my job is. Now you notice you turn the wheel and see the wild list response.
가죠. 그 유명한 타임스퀘어 거리를 헤매고 있습니다. 정말 복잡한 도시입니다. 너도 봐, 여기 뒤통수 안 보인다. 야 뒤통수 안 보여.
Live comedy show tonight going down. You got a live comedy show.
아, 인포메이션 센터에서 물어보고 가자.
그냥 좀 가요. 이제 다 왔어. Right next to it, right down the corner.
여기가 뉴욕입니다. 정말 정신이 하나도 없습니다. This is Times Square. 뭘 건너? 자, 신호 밖에서 가자.
저쪽으로 가는 방향인데 이거잖아. 옐로우. 이게 진짜 해일 같은 거 한번 오면은 놓치겠네. 여기 영화에서 자주 나오는 게 왜 다 이유가 있어. 자연스상 안 들어가면 되겠는데? 저 안에서 뭐 찍겠어? 어디? 찍히긴 하겠어. 회사 와서 이렇게 멀리 찍히는데.
Right.
I did nothing. I permit to you.
왜 고추를 다 해서는 고추가 나와?
네, 들어오시네요? 자, 여기가 이집트 무덤입니다.
Still see some color, because they used all natural things that would last. Certain minerals in the earth will make certain colors. See how there's designs, mean different things, hieroglyphs.
I can see the red. I can see some blue, but the blue is the yellow.
동아야, 손. 동아야. 찍어줘. 딴 데 보는 거 좋지. 또.
Window, you put the gray line, okay? Anyways, we're gonna get back to our tour. There's Macy's. We're coming back in a second. Please be patient. First, I want to show you guys the place where the Knicks and the Rangers play, or I should say, where the Knicks lose a lot. Madison Square Garden. Look around this next corner to the right, and you'll see what I mean. Round structure. And this venue for sporting events can see a little more than 22,000 customers. There's always bigger crowds in there for concerts, conventions, and those sort of things. At this point, we're actually driving on top of New York City's second largest railway station, too. Pennsylvania Station's beneath us. Some of it's also located in Madison Square Garden, as you're going to see looking to the left right now. Very soon it's going to get a lot busier down there as the rush hour begins. Something like 500,000 people work in Manhattan make their way to work to Penn Station every day. These 500,000 workers are just a fraction of the more than 7.5 million who come to work in Manhattan every business day, too. Yeah, 7.5 million, which is about 5 times as much as this borough of New York City's population. You guys hang on. Later on in the tour, we're going to get into the major reason why that works that way here. Just don't have enough time to discuss it at this point because we're going to be turning right at 34th Street and heading to our next stop at Macy's. After that, we're going to stop. Of course, we're going to be stopping at Rockefeller Center later in the tour. We're getting near to the end. So right here, you're going to get a really good idea as to why I'm so insistent that everybody please remain seated whenever the bus is moving. Okay, who wants to get off at the stop for Macy's? Anybody? All right, just hang on to it. Not getting off at the stop.
The thing is, no one's getting on.
The next stop on the tour is going to be for the Union Square Shopping District, where a lot of New Yorkers used to call the Ladies Mile Shopping District a few years ago. Essentially, we're talking about this stretch of